Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel where we review romance in anime, movies, TV shows, etc. with your host, the Romantic Reviewer. Right? Today we're gonna talk about the romance movie Love Guaranteed. Right? So the movie is about Nick and Suzanne. So Suzanne is a lawyer, right, managing a small law firm, and it's a bit struggling a little bit, right? In the movie in the beginning, their water tank where you take water, it's like taken away because they can't afford it anymore. So that's how that you can see how tough things are for Suzanne. And then we have Nick, who's the male lead actor, right? Who's trying to sue a dating company, because on the terms and conditions it says you find love in 1,000 dates, and he hasn't found it, right? So he's like, okay, I've been on these dates and haven't found love, so you guys are lying. So I'm gonna sue you. So he goes to Suzanne to sue the dating company. So that's the whole premises of the movie. So Nick's goal is to sue the dating company, and Suzanne is trying to keep her law firm from collapsing. So that's the setting. That's the scene. So so Suzanne's ordering a coffee, a pumpkin latte, and then Nick was also ordering. So Nick tries to make small talk, as people do, and Suzanne's just not having it. She's just not in the mood for any of that. So he's trying. She's not doing it. He's trying. He's not doing it. So that was interesting. The back and forth, good chemistry. I think they have good chemistry in that moment. Great chemistry in the beginning of the movie. Great chemistry. So we move forward with the story. So Nick meets Suzanne and says, "Listen, I need you to help me sue this company for what they did in terms of no, I haven't found love, so it's not my fault. It's their fault. Apparently that's how it works." And Suzanne's like, "Can you even sue a dating company?" Like it becomes like a thing. But you know what? Someone should do it. Someone in the real world should just sue a dating company just to see the results. So results of that. I won't say which one. That's not fair. Just name picking them. You just gotta sue them, because it's a pay to win game, to be honest. Like if you wanna, I mean, as a guy, if you want gay dates and stuff like that, you just have to pay. Apparently, it's just a business. I mean, it is a business. That's how they make money, right? So anyway, so that's the basically the movie. I like this movie. It's very good. I've watched it many times. I've watched it many times. It's very nice. The setting's very cool and calm. The actors have great chemistry, back and forth with each other. So good to see. Fantastic to see. Um, and then there's some great scenes. Great scenes. I like the scenes where so they're walking in the park, so they're getting to know each other, like a date, but it's not a date. But here's the question: what is a date, right? If I ask out a girl to go on a walk, is that a date? Well, for me, I guess you'd have to say it's a date to the girl. Like, look, listen, let's go on a walk. It's a date. But in some cultures, it's kind of like explicit. Like it's already like suggested. Well, why would I spend time with you if it's not a date for the for the girl, right? But sometimes it is, and it's not, just depending on where you are, right? And let's say for me, right, when I ask out a girl, I think it's already presumed it's a date, but I think it's better to just say it so everyone's on the same page. So the words, the communication, has been said. But anyway, so they go on a date in the park, and then Suzanne gets to know about Nick, who he works with old people in terms of like rehabilitation, trying to get them back on their feet. So he's a very nice guy. He's very honest, sincere about what he wants, what he doesn't want. So I think that's good to see. And then I like the different. Also, like when Suzanne also goes on dates, but she's never been on a dating app, surprisingly. So she goes on dating app. She got ghosted, catfished, and left. No, left on red or ghosted. And I was like, yeah, welcome to the dating world. There you go, there you go. But I think it's pretty interesting because I'm a guy, so I have a different perspective. Like I see a problem, I see it in different lights, in different aspects, and some people do it. So I'm wondering for girls, like when you go on a date, on Tinder and stuff, and you find out you've been catfished. What are your thoughts? What do you guys think about that when that happens? Because for me, if I see somebody's dating profile, I'm like, okay, I'm already expecting her not to look like exactly like that, maybe less or so, right? So I've already put that in my head. But anyway, so they work together, they build a great chemistry, and then they go on a, I won't say a date, because Nick is on a date, right? And then it ends terribly. Then Suzanne comes, but she was like, watching him, see if the dates were um they were going well. Was like, if I'm gonna sue them, I want to see if it's really your fault if you're a terrible person, no one else to date you. But it turns out that Nick is a nice guy, like I said. So they go on a date and everything. And then Nick has like a special booth where like, so he has a restaurant where he takes all his dates, right? And then so Suzanne comes and they start talking, like he's like, let's sit on this booth. And Nick is like, nah, this it's cursed. Yeah, we gotta go to another one. I feel like the restaurant's cursed. What I mean, you gotta change the restaurant. It's just not the right restaurant, right? Um, but for me, I think it depends in terms of like the first date. It depends on what you like and what you like to do. I think my go-to is like you choose a date where you're gonna have fun regardless of the person who's there. So either way, you win. There's no loss. There's no loss in terms of financially, time, and everything. You already had fun. If the person's boring and terrible, at least you had fun. You ate the food you liked, and you got to see some different things. But also another thing is you try different restaurants. So you go to different restaurants and then you eat new food. I've been to I've been to many restaurants because of dates, and yeah, I think that's the best part. Well, regardless of anything, I had a good memory eating at those restaurants, and now I know what menus they have and stuff they had, right? So that's something there. But overall, I think the movie is great. I think I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Very nice, very cool. Um, yeah, Suzanne's very, Suzanne's very passionate in that way, passionate about her work in that sense. Very strict, passionate, somewhere in the middle there, right? So she's like that, but it works for the character, and the actors played the roles pretty well, I'd like to say that they played the roles pretty well. But if you want a movie that's good, I think you definitely should watch it. And also, like Nick the Act, there's many other movies to watch as well. So I highly recommend watching his movies. They're pretty good as well. But those are my thoughts on the Love Guaranteed. You guys tell me what you think in the comments. We discuss a little bit. We see what we come up with it. Because I want to like get people who watch romance and see how they see. I like a perspective, right? Because I might see a movie from start to finish, and I might own ideas, but people might watch romance movies and have their own ideas. So I need your ideas too, guys. So just leave it in the comments, and I'll definitely read them. Thank you.